कैमरे से ऊपर हेलो
হ্যালো সাধন দা, শুনিছে? হ্যালো হ্যালো সাধন দা,
अच्छा এটা ডিসিশন নেব তখন মোর ডবল ক্লাসে প্রবলেম হয় দেখছেন লাইট সেট থাকবে আমি স্যার স্যার স্ক্রিন করো না আইসি নাই স্ক্রিন করতে বুঝছেন এবার মোট ঠিকই আছে লাইট সোর্স হ্যাঁ ওরা ঠিক আছে আরম্ভ করে দিয়ে রাজীব পঠিয়েছেন হ্যাঁ আসুন নাই ফোন করে দিও কাজ Hello?
Sadhan. हाँ बोलो साउंड ऑफ नहीं है
कर दीजिए बस
Sadhan,
Sandeep,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
তো আৰু 2 মিনিট 5 মিনিটৰ পিছত আমি 2 মিনিট বা 3 মিনিটৰ পিছত ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰিলো আমি সেশন
ঠিক আছে, sir.
প্ৰণতি Sandeep,
Yes, sir. Sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You can start. You can start the
Okay, sir. Good evening and warm greetings to everyone present here. Respected Principal Sir Dr. Sabyasachi Mahanto Sir, Vice Principal Dr. Ina Hendik Ma'am, HOD of Botany and the coordinator of this lecture series, Dr. Dimbeswar Das Sir, respected resource person, faculty members, my dear students and participants. I am Ms. Sandeepa Agarwala, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Gurgaon College. It gives me an immense pleasure to welcome you all on behalf of the organizing committee to the day 6 and the last day of this week-long lecture series on botany, organized by the Department of Botany, Gurgaon College. The speaker of today's session is Dr. Sadhan Kumar Basumatary Sir, Senior Scientist, Birbal Sahni Institute of Palaeosciences in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Basumatary Sir before you all. He did his master's in botany from Guwahati University and PhD in paleobotany from Lukcnow University, Uttar Pradesh. Later on in 2005, he joined as a senior scientist B in Birbal Sahni Institute of Palaeosciences, Lucknow. His research interests are basically reconstruction of the paleovegetation and climate based on fossils, as well as the study of biodiversity and its conservation. His research fields are all over India with special reference to Himalayas, Northeast India, and Central Ganga Plain. He has more than 100 publications in various reputed national and international journals, book chapters, and he has also attended and presented papers in many national and international conferences. Besides, he was also awarded the Best Poster Award in 12th International Symposium on Fossil Algae in 2019. Today, he will be talking on fossils and its implications to paleoecological analysis. We are also live on YouTube channel, and the participants can put up their questions in the chat box of both Zoom and YouTube, or even can directly interact with Sir. So without much delay, I would now like to hand over the session to Sir. Sir?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Good evening to all of you, and thank you very much, Sangeeta, for your introductions. And without any delay, I'm going to start my topic on the fossils and its implications to paleoecological analysis. And in these topics, there are two terms. One is fossils. Fossils, nothing but past biological remains. And the ecology we know, and paleo means past. So it is the study of past ecology. So now come to the fossils. Fossil is a past biological remains, and it is the only proxy to understand the past vegetation and climate in the regional level and global level. So you know there are two different type of fossils. You have seen. One is the macrofossils, which we can see with the naked eye. Then microfossils, which we can observe only under microscope. Then you will see that macrofossils, these are the food fossils. Then leaf impressions you can easily see and collect the samples. Then for the microfossils, there are a long process, and after that we observe the microscope, then you can see. And I am specially working on the microfossil, though I have carried out the macrofossil also. So if you see the microfossils, maybe pollen grains, then fungal spore, then fern, then diatom, then phyconids, these are all the microfossils. And this is the geological timetables, and based on the rock type and the microfossils and fossils assemblage for plant and animal, this geological timetable is dated. And Precambrian is the earliest, and in this period only some unicellular organisms like bacteria, then protozoa, then algae, these are the appearance in this period, and ultimately it is growing and developing unicellular to multicellular in the time wise. And now the quaternary period, modern, is the recent both gymnosperm, angiosperm, all unicellular organisms and plant animals are there. Then this is the history of Earth. In that, if we see the age of the Earth, it is 5.6 million years old. And earliest it was a landmass, and ultimately during the geological time wise, like Ordovician, Silurian, it is slowly changing. And if you see during the Tertiary period around 23 to 66 million years ago, that time it is almost similar with the recent world map. And during this period, our Himalaya is formed. And now the quaternary periods, and this the modern world. Then this is the flow chart, our working plan. We just follow this flow chart. First, we survey the literatures, where we have to study, where we have to go for the field work. Then necessary instrument we have prepared, and other accessories, then preparing for the field work. And during the field work, we just discuss with the forest people, then local people, then botanical survey of India, and geological sequences to understand the vegetations of these regions. if earlier study, earlier literature is there, it is well and good, then we will correlate with the earlier studies. If not, no problem, we have to go and observe the geological sequences, then we observe the forest type, then we collect properly the fossil samples, fossils and soil sample of this study area. And during the field survey, we have to select some reserve forest and river side and coal mines and other cave sites. These are our field study sites. And after collection systematically the samples from the study area, then we process the laboratory process. There are many processes. There are many techniques for the study of the fossils, the macrofossils, the difference in macrofossils. We are processing in differently, and ultimately we study both macro or micro under the microscope, and in the compound or electron microscope, then we have count and photo documentation we have performed. Then ultimately our goal is to publish in the national or international journal with the high impact factor journal. Then present effective of past is the guideline, because if we know the present, then only we can reconstruct the past visitations, then only we can predict the future of the present scenario. If we see the current vegetation of forest map, then we can see that there are different type of forests in our India, alpine forest to deciduous forest. So we know there are 8 or 9 ecological region of India based on the forest type and rainfall and temperatures. So we have to know it very clearly. Then we correlate it with the global level. So our India comes under the tropical regions. So we can correlate with other tropical regions of the world. Then this is the geological map of India, and this is also a prerequisite and guideline of our study, because already Geological Survey of India classified the geological time period based on the rock and sequences. So it is very important. So before going to the field work, we can just study the details of the sequences, and we go for the field work, and we go for the collection of the samples properly. Then this is the 3 trillion rock. We can consider as the oldest rock, and this is the fossilized rock after sectioning. These are some fossil algae recovered from the Cambrian rock. This is the Glossopteris seafaring fern, and collected from the Rasmahal Hills, Bihar and Jharkhand, and this is Tilophyllum. And these are the microfossils, mainly pollen grain and spore required from the same sediments. So it directly evidence for the families are with macrofossils and microfossils both. And this is the wood fossils I have recovered from the Kemin River of the Arunachal Pradesh and its neighboring areas. These are old wood fossils. Very interesting is that I have collected many wood fossils from that region, and I have collected some urban wood fossils also. So this directly indicate the forest fire of the periods. This wood fossils is around 65 million years ago, and this indicate that. And this indicate that after the proper observation, this indicate that during the 65 million years ago, the region were the dense forested area under the high rainfall regions. And these are the microfossils I have recovered from the same sediment from that regions. These are the old fossils I have recovered from that Kemin and Sahni rivers. These are old wood fossils, and we have sections it and study under the microscope, and based on these structures, which were the dicot plant, and indicate the high rainfall and cleavage. And these are some leaf impressions and seed I have collected from the Subankata area of Assam and Bhutan border. and we compare it with the modern samples. After the study of all the samples, this is also again indicate the heavy dense forest under the warm and humid conditions around 65 million ago. So microfossils again present is the key of past. So if we know the present condition, then only we can interpret or reconstruct the past vegetation and climate of the regions. And for the reconstruction of the vegetation and climate, we select some study sites, which is the reserve forest, the national park, wildlife sanctuary, wetland, lake, then cave, then archaeological site, and as a substrate we collect the soil, sand, rock, and background samples. Then for down also recently I have identified that this also one of the best substrate for the study of this past vegetation and climate. And again, this is the vegetation coverage map. So these are some microfossils I have recovered from the different parts of the regions of India, and these are the guidelines, and correlating with this, we identify the proper we can identify. So I have collected from the different sediments in different regions of India, and these are ferns spores, these are conifers, some broadleaf taxa. These are fungal spores, these are old fossils I have recovered from the soil and dung samples. These are old, and then this is the actually I have got opportunity to work in a different part of India, like Western, then Himalaya, and South India also. But for your knowledge, I especially discuss from the Northeast India. So this is the Balpagram National Park. So if we see, this is one of the unique national parks in India, because there are different types of forests we can see in these regions, and most of the sites still unexplored. So you can see in this photograph there are different forest and vegetation type, evergreen forest, savanna type forest, and then dry and some dry. And these are some forest type. I have collected soil sample from the Balpagram area in relation to the different vegetation type, and I have collected some marine fossil also from the Balpagram National Park during the start of 2014. And main thing is that by observation we can understand, we can see that this is the evergreen. So this is the pollen spectra. I have studied in relation to the different vegetation types. If you see in the bamboo forest, there are 50% bamboo pollen in the surface soil in the bamboo forest. Then in the savanna forest, there are but in the trace amount, and grass pollen is dominant. Then in the mixed deciduous forest, the arboreal taxa is dominant. Then in the semi-evergreen forest, the evergreen forest is dominant in the forest. Then in the evergreen forest, the evergreen taxa is dominant in the region. So there are these are all the different forest type I have identified in the Balpagram National Park based on the pollen.
I think these slides are not visible. Looks like
not visible.
Slides are not visible, I think.
No, yes, sir. Slides are not visible, sir.
Now it's okay. Dr. Rajiv,
Not yet. Not yet.
what is the problem in my where it is clear?
What you do, you once
Share the-
yeah, disconnect and again connect.
It's okay now.
No, no, no.
No, you just Sadhan, kindly share the screen once again. Sadhan, just check once again.
वो शेयर स्क्रीन पे अलाउ कीजिए आप.
This अपना.
It's okay now.
It's coming.
It's okay.
I say.
Now come to the, these are some vegetation photograph from the Serapunji area, and this is the evergreen forest, and Pandanus, this is the coastal habitat plant, and these are grassland. So the same thing in the Serapunji area, there are different vegetation types, and I have studied the pollen assemblies in relation to the different vegetation type. Very interesting point is that Serapunji now in grassland, and I recover and high abundance of Pandanus pollen. So this indicates that in it was a dense forest, and due to the human activity, it became just like a grassland. So I have recovered the rice pollen from the Serapunji area. So this all are the directly indicate the human activity in and around the study area. So again, this is the pollen spectra from the Serapunji area, and this is from the Gentia Hills. And in Gentia Hills also, it is very interesting. Then if you see, this is the Sima Waliche forest. I have first time seen in the Meghalaya, and this is the unique forest. And this tree is the high rainfall indicator taxa. So I have studied, and in this forest, this is the secret forest. Then again in the grassland, I have recovered from different tree taxa. And very interesting point is that the high abundance of impatiens pollen. This impatiens is a high indicator taxa, high rainfall indicator taxa. If we recover, recover from the impatiens pollen in any forest or from the any vegetation type, then it indicates that this region is the highly rainfall activity region. So I have studied pollen assemblies in relation to the different vegetation type in the from the Gentia Hills. And again, I have studied the cropland area to understand their current vegetation scenario, because during the reconstruction of the past vegetation and climate, this proxy is very important, because we have to know the current vegetation scenario. If it is cropland, then we have to understand the pollen assemblies in in that particular regions, how many percentage are preserved in this, how many percentage of the rice pollen, how many percentage of the brassica pollen are preserved in this region. So it is very interesting. So based on this pollen assemblies, based on this data, we interpret and we reconstruct the past vegetation and climate in relation to the human activity in particular region in the regional level. Then we correlate it with the other global levels. So again, recently in April, I have visited the West Khasi Hills and I have collected some interesting samples from that area. First time I have visited, and I have collected from the Zoom cultivated area also, because it is very interesting, because I have to understand, I have to trace the forested area soil and the Zoom cultivated area soil. Then we will correlate it to understand to the past paleovegetation and climate of this particular West Khasi Hills. Then we will compare the whole Meghalaya and other part of the region of the country. Then this is the pine forest I have collected. Then this is the grassland I have collected. And now I am studying an interesting result is coming. And this is also again crop cultivated land I have collected in sample. And again, this is the burning forest firing. So I have collected the forest firing cultivated area soil and the natural forest soil, because I have to correlate, because it is very important thing is that after burning the pollen assemblies, many pollens are burned, so it is difficult. So we have to study the correlation. We have to understand the exactly it is correlate with the existing vegetation or not. So I have collected the samples from the forest fire area, then the natural forest area. Then this is old forest, evergreen forest. I have collected sample from this forest type to understand the exact pollen assemblies of the current vegetation in the West Khasi Hills, from the West Khasi Hills. Then this is the archaeological site of Lahorade archaeological site in Uttar Pradesh. And this is very interesting sites, and Dr. Sadhan and his team has recorded the agricultural activity in India from the Bonga Plain. Last night having their report, and this is only based on the microfossils, based on the rice and brassica pollens. So we have again visited to collect the samples to correlate and to extract the high resolution data in these regions. So we have collected from the archaeological sites samples, then forest samples, then the lake sample we have collected, and we correlate each other to understand the exact nature of the pollen preservation in the around of the study years. And this is again from the archaeological site, because earlier I have studied the microrenals of these archaeological sites, and I especially work on the microfossils, and based on the pollen, I have reconstructed the past vegetation and climate in these regions, and we correlate with the microrenals of the archaeological site, and it is well correlated with others. And in my study, in my pollen assembly, last 1400 years, it was warm and humid conditions in the regions with high rainfall activity. And now this area is comparatively dry deciduous, and it is only based on the pollen assemblies on the sedimentary soil profiles. So this is the pollen diagram. And again, this is the central Bonga Plain. We have collected the different sites. This is the cultivated area soil I have collected to understand the exact pollen assemblies of the crops, both winter and summer crops. Then this is the swan, I have collected from the river side, from the Ganga rivers, and we have also collected the soil sample to understand the Palaeoecological, and we have visited the local peoples to understand their belief and living styles, because based on this we can interpret the past culture and vegetation and climate in and around the site of the or in the central Ganga plate. So now come to the pollen assembly. So again, it is if you see this, this is the forest, evergreen forest, and if you see during after the flowering, and this is the dispersed photograph. This is Toria, then this is Convex, then Pinus. So just you can imagine after flowering, it is dispersed, and these pollen are deposited in the forest floor, and ultimately in the after heavy rainfall, by means of continuous water or rainwater water, it is deposited in the nearby swamp or lake. So it is happening year after year, and deposition is going on. Ultimately, a archive is deposited, a history is deposited, history is making. So after collection the profile, then we can reconstruct the vegetation. Plus, for your knowledge, I have shown this pollen diagrams. We make the litholog in the centimeter wise, and in relation to the carbon dating, we interpret the reconstruction, the past vegetation and climate in the reviews. And I have visited a swamp from the Lukcnow district. I have collected the profile samples by trenching, by PVC pipe also. Sometimes we use. Then this is from the Hilabi, from the Nogao. I have collected the profile sample and studies are going on. And then this is from the Majuli Island. I have collected to understand the past vegetation and climate in relation to the culture of that Majuli Islands. And this is the river section. If you look this the geological section, it's clearly look that this is the clay belt. So pollen assemblage is more, and this is the same. This then is indicate the paleoflood deficit in that particular regions, and now the carbon dating is going on, and hopefully it will come very soon the carbon date, and the result will interpret very soon, and some interesting result is indicated by the pollen assemblage. So I will let you know later on. So we have just visited the different part of the Majuli Island. And this is from the Nongham River Island. Recently, I have visited this is the second river island from West Khasi Hills, and I have collected the sedimentary soil profile and to reconstruct the past vegetation and climate of the West Khasi Hills and its neighboring areas, and studies going on. And this whole earth sedimentary profile I have collected within my study time. This is from the West Garam Hills and from the Bangladesh border. Then this is the rock exposure and geological section is there. If you look, this is the tertiary sections, and this is completely the quaternary portion. And based on the radiocarbon dating and pollen assemblage, I interpret these sequences. And I have collected from the Silom Nosimram road also. So study are going on, and this is the photograph I am showing. This is the rocky surface, Seraponji and hilly terrains, then forest fire, and this is new cultivation. If we see it the old scenery, then we can see that there are some problems in our paleobotanical study. To collect the systematically the soil samples and other samples is very difficult. If you look in the rocky surface, we cannot collect the soil sample properly due to rocky surface. And if you look this hilly terrain, so it is not possible to collect systematically the soil or fossil sample from this region, then if you look the zone cultivation, it is also different due to the high rainfall, if the soil are eroded, the proper scenario we cannot get from this region. And this is the annual forest fire, that it may be natural or by the human. So there are some problem, some technical problem we cannot collect. If collect, it will not give us the proper result, proper assemblage from this region. So ultimately, our reconstruction or interpretation will be a bit wrong. So we have to take care about that. So in that case, I have started. And this is my unique study. In India, first time I start in the cave sediments, and I have identified and characterized that the cave sediment, or red one simple, one of the best proxy and the counterpart of the soil sediments, and can give exact result of that region. So these are some caves. And you know the Northeast India come under the Indo-Burma regions, and the Indo-Burma regions are the maximum cave and karst region in the world. So if you look the Meghalaya also cave, there are number of caves. In the Meghalaya still there are unexplored. So there are many cave samples I have collected. There are many caves I have visited and explored and collected the samples and studied. Then these are some important caves I have visited, and Assam also I have collected and I have visited and collected some samples and studies still going on. This is the Kundali cave from Nagaon, and this is the temple, and I have collected the sample and studies still going on. And this is due to important scarcity of lake in Meghalaya. The scarcity of lake, wetland and swamp, then rocky surface, and arid or semi-arid region also, it is workable, and it is very important. And you know, the study of cave is very dangerous for the wildlife. So it may cause some malignant, like dangerous disease. And some preliminary work they have worked in Romania, United States, and Spain, UK, Belgium. Then in India, I have just conceived this design and studied. And if you look, this is the city, and this is the house of thousands and thousands of beds, and maximum beds are the insectivorous, insectivorous. And I have collected the bed one samples from the cave floor and studied the pollen assemblage from this from the cave sediments. And these are some field photograph. It is really very dangerous and dangerous. When I have collected the sediment profile also to understand the past vegetation and climate in these regions. And I have identified and characterized that this sediment give an exact scenario of the current vegetation and climate in the regions. And I have correlated the soil sample also, so it is close similar with each other. So I have studied the bed one samples and made the pollen spectra. You see there are some tree taxa I have recovered from the bed one sample, and the same from the soil sediment I have recovered the same tree taxa in the microfossils assemblies, and we just confirm and prove that it is very close similar and reliable and counterpart of the soil sample. So if we consider the bed one sample, then we can confident that this is the correct fossil data, and we can precisely utilize this for the reconstruction of past vegetation and climate in these regions and correlate it with the global level. And based on this microfossil assemblies, we can display just the vegetation forest type in these regions and the rainfall activity in the regions. So again, this is the Birbal cave. I have studied from the West Garo Hills, and again it is proved that this is really a reliable substrate and counterpart of the soil sediment. You can see these are the thousands and thousands bed in the cave, in the roof. So again, the people barricade. This is, I have just compared it with the forest land and cropland and wetland. So all the composition of the wetland and cropland and forest land, I have recovered the same in the background sample of the people barricade. These are the some microfossils I have recovered from the people barricade. And that's you can imagine how the bed guano incorporate the pollen in the bed guano samples, because maximum beds are insectivorous, and by the infusion of the insects and other things, they enter the pollen and deposit after extinction in the forest floor. So this study published in the Greening Journal paper also. And now come to the mass extinction. If we see in the geological time period, there are 5 mass extinction already happened, and scientists believe that now it's the 6th mass extinction is new one, and we can just imagine the corona also like the cause of the mass extinction, and it's new one. And now come to how we can study the megafaunal extinction during the Quaternary period. So I have studied. This is also the unique study I have performed from the India. India. This is the based on the herbivore gun. I have just made the modern analog, which will be very precisely utilized during the sedimentary soil profile to interpret, to reconstruct the paleoherbivores, how the herbivores or other animals sense from time to time. And what may be the probability in future? So if we see 66% already extinct, and Southeast Asia contain the world highest number of chicken mammals. And these are the extinct, already extinct. These are all herbivores animals survive. This is how we can study by means of animal fossils. By study, by analysis the animal fossils, we can just understand the animals. Then coprolite is very interesting things. Coprolite nothing but a fossilized animal dung. So based on the coprolite, we can understand that their food habit, their limited. Then their paleodietary habits, and correlate with the ecology of the surrounding areas. Then soil sediment based on the microfossil preservations, because there are some microfossil like coprophilous fungi. These are some dung-loving fungi, they grow on the dungs. And if we study the coprolite, then we can study, then we can recover the coprophilous fungi, and we have to study the percentages, the presence, the abundance, and based on the presence and abundance, we can just interpret, just reconstruct the herbivorous food habit in relation to the existing vegetation in and around of the study area. Because if we consider the herbivores animals, they are 100% local. They depend on the local vegetation. So they can give the coprolite can give the 100% accurate data in the particular region in relation to the vegetation type and their food habit, ecology, other things. Then I have shown this photograph. We are during the field time, we observe A to Z, because though I have knowledge, though I am not a paleontologist, but I have some background knowledge, some background knowledge. This pollen preservation is, if you see, it is a big mathematics, math, science, geometry. If you look, this is a elephant star, and if you look this position, you will be confusing. And same thing Same thing if you look in this position, it may be different thing. Just you can imagine if it becomes fossilized, then some scientists are recovered, then he will be completely confusing. He may be the wrong interpretation. So again, present is the key of past. We have to know that how it can preserve, what may be. So I have correlate with it with the modern. If you look this front view, then it becomes like this. Then in the side view, it is become. If I show this photograph to someone, he may be confusing with the hippo, But this is the elephant skull because I know this is the elephant skull. So we have to know the modern one. Then only we can interpret the past physicity. Otherwise, it may be wrong interpretation. Again, this is the swamp here. We have to understand. So I have taken this photograph from the Manas National Park during my field visit. And same thing, if you look, this is the rhino. If you look this side, then it will be confusing. The same thing in the side view, this is like this. If you imagine, it will become just like a pizza in fossils, so it may be like this. It may be like this. So it is very, very important to understand the present to correlate with the past. So you can easily trace it is herbivores or carnivores based on the teeth. These are old buffalo. I have taken this photograph from the Kaziranga National Park. This is the lower jaw of rhino, and this indicates the herbivorous characters. So now come to the microfossils, and I have already studied. These are some herbivorous animals, and this dung, and in the dung, the Sporophilous fungi complete their life cycle in like this way. They go in the dung, then again it is dispersed around the study area, then again it is circulating, and ultimately this is deposited in the soil, So these are some coprophilous fungi. I have recovered from the dung sample, then I have studied the soil sample also to correlate to trace the accuracy data from the Kaziranga National Park. Generally, and mega herbivorous animals considered greater than 44 kg. So these are all mega herbivorous animals of India, and I have studied all these herbivorous plants and published in some reputed journal, and I have received many appreciation from India abroad. So really it is very interesting. This is rhino, then buffalo, then this is the wild ace from the little century from the Gujarat, and this is Nilgai, and then yak. And this is again we know the habitat of the rhino. This is the flatland area, and Dr. Rajiv, who is my friend, also, I salute him for his scientific temperament and hard work, because we collaborate, we study it, and we compare the grassland and forest area, and just correlate that. If we study the dung sample, then it is close similar with the soil sample. So in the national park or other wildlife sanctuary, it is very difficult to collect systematically due to some wildlife. So if we study the dung sample also, then we can get the exact scenario of the particular regions. So these are some pollen assemblies I have recovered from the dung samples. Then these are all diatoms, and this I have recovered from the dung samples. That means the presence of these diatoms is strongly indicated the perennial waterlogged conditions which preserve during the increase of the water. So it is very interesting. So this is the electron microscope photograph of the diatoms I've studied in our institute, and we published it one of the great journal, Review of Paleobotany and Palynology, and we get the high appreciation from the other country. And this is again on the coprophilous fungi study with profile. So why rhino dung is challenging for paleohardy analysis? Because we know one whole rhino is dung in the one place up to many years. So it is very interesting. And if we see the distribution, the presence, then it is distributed in Assam and Nepal. And it is some fossil record also, this are, and the rock painting also. I will discuss later on, but this is the distribution. Earlier, it was the fossils recorded from the Rajasthan, Gujarat, then Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, then in Pakistan from Mohenjo-daro and Harappan. From this is the past distribution of rhino, and now it become extinct. This is the map of the past distribution of the one rhino. So if we see in the Mohenjo-daro, there are some rock art of the one-horned rhinos. So if we check this scheme, one-horned rhino and elephant alternate, there might be some activity in that time in this region, therefore they have done like this activity. So same thing I have captured in the Kaziranga National Park. This is the elephant and rhino. So it's very interesting, and this photograph is very helpful for the past interpretation and reconstruction of the past herbivorous animals and climate in the regional and global level. So I have studied systematically the herbivore down from that part in other regions. These are some herbivores I have collected, and I have studied it systematically from the source to the swamp area, because the distribution, the dispersion of the coprophilous fungi is very important. So I have to trace the abundance and presence of the types and abundance of the coprophilous fungi in the rhino dung samples. Then I have collected systematically in alternate ways to understand their presence in the soil sediments and the dung sediments, and ultimately after the rainfall, after the rain was deposited in the swamp sediment, then I correlate with the soil profile of the swamp sediment, and ultimately the result will come and compare the present and past of the results. If you look, this is the rhino, and this is in the surrounding, there are some bombex, the tree is flowering, and these are some dung. So you can just imagine, after flowering, after rain water is deposited in the swamp, and the dung also they are similarly deposited in the swamp sediment. So if we study the swamp sediment, both pollen, rain, and coprophilous fungi we can encounter, we recover from the sediment of the surface soil, then from the sedimentary soil profile, and based on the sedimentary soil and carbon depth, we can reconstruct the vegetation and herbivorous animals presence and abundance in the particular time period. So this is the field sample we have traced and we have collected like this very systematically. It is very difficult. So sometimes we enjoy each other. So কোনো পারো মোর স্টুডেন্ট বহুত শকত যদি শকত মানুহ হয় এনেকা এনেকে চেম্পল কালেক্ট কৰিব পাৰিব নেকি সেইকাৰণে মই এইটো দেখাইছো যে ইয়াৰ কাৰণে ফিজিকেল ফিট হ'ব লাগিব আৰু ভিডিঅ' কৰিব লাগিব this is some young samples I have already studied from the Yonagiri area from higher Himalaya and published in one of the new journal +1 and we have made this pollen spectra and I have recovered both macro and micro elements from the down sample assemblies. These are some phytolith and fungal spores and published in the Blue Diagram paper. Again, this study was very interesting. The Hindu paper was published. This study and Mongavi news also published. And this is the little known Indian wild ash. And if we see, it is just like a desert. So proper collection is very difficult. So in that case, the wildlife dung or yes, dung sample can counterpart of the soil sample. The same thing we have done here. We have collected systematically the dung samples and studied the microfossils assemblies and microfossils to correlate and compare with the local vegetations. And the dung sample exactly reflected the current vegetation scenario and climate in the wildlife scenario of Gujarat. We have collected the, we have recovered the ephedra pollens. These are some macro remains. We have compared it with the domestic animals to trace their domestication to interpret the cultural activity in the recent past. Now come to the red panda. Again, Dr. Rajiv. Again, I salute him for his scientific temperament because this study only because of him. And this study is very interesting. We have received great appreciation from different parts of the world. If we know that red panda is 50% bamboo eater, but if we see based on the pollen assemblies, it is completely showing the alternate region. Because if we see in the pollen assemblies, you can not get the bamboo pollen, but you can get some other pollen which are dominant. So we should take care about them. So if we don't know the modern, then if earlier also I had told, if we don't know the modern one, then it will get wrong interpretations like this. So if in case of red panda also, if we study this study will be very helpful for the interpretations of the coprolite analysis for the Harvard's herbivore, for the proper identification to understand the food habit and their ecology in the regions. Because again, these herbivores are completely dependent in the existing vegetation and climate in the regions. So we have studied, we have recovered the macro remains. These are some plant and bamboo leaf we have recovered, and these are microfossils we have recovered from the red panda dance. Bamboo pollen is very scanty in some samples. These are absence, and these are again coprophilous fungi. Coprophilous fungi we have recovered from the red panda dance. And this study was very interesting, and it published in the Times of India. Then these studies are going on. This in Mumbai, whiteboard, and these studies still going on. I have some collaboration in the USA, Dr. McDonald and Dr. Espin from Newcastle University. So studies are going on, and we compare the yak and bisons, because they are the common ancestry, and we have to create the migratory rule and the food habit, their migrations, So the details of the herbivore. So this is the Antelope Island Utah where the people have collected from USA for questions, and this is from Himalaya, Iraq, who have collected the sample. So we will hope to will get the interesting result in global level. And thank you very much for Director of Science and Technology, Specific Forest Department of Assam, Gujarat Cities, West Bengal, and this member of the unions. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was very informative session, sir, from you. So, sir, there are a few questions from the audience. Give me a minute, sir.
Questions?
সাধন দা
Ah,
মোৰ এটা কোৱাৰি আছে আপোনাৰ এটা দুটা কোৱাৰি আছে
ah, ah.
প্ৰথম কথা হ'ল আপুনি সাপোজ if কোনোবাই যদি ফসিল প্লেন্ট ফসিলৰ ওপৰত বা ৰিসাৰ্চ কৰিব বিচাৰে তো আমি প্লেন্ট ফসিলছ ওপৰত যদি ৰিসাৰ্চ কৰিব বিচাৰিছে তেতিয়া আমি কি কি ক্ৰাইটেৰিয়া ফলো কৰিব লাগিব
কি ক্ৰাইটেৰিয়া ফলো কৰিব লাগিব
হয়
সেইটো ইজি তো মানে আমাৰ ইনষ্টিটিউটত লেবৰ ফেচিলিটি থাকিব লাগিব
হয়
তেতিয়া আৰু যিকোনো চাইন্টিষ্টৰ লগত কৰিলে হৈ যাব
আৰু সাপোজ এতিয়াতো পেলিঅ'বটনি ফসিলছৰ কাৰণে বিৰবল সাহনি পেলিঅ'বটনি ইনষ্টিটিউট টপ মোষ্ট হৈ আছে সো তেনেকুৱা আমি কি ফেচিলিটিজ পাম নেকি তাত ৰিসাৰ্চ বা আপোনাৰ কোলাবৰেটিভ ৱৰ্ক কৰিবৰ কাৰণে তেনেকৈ
কোলাবৰেটিভ ৱৰ্ক কৰিব পাৰি আৰু ইয়াতে জিআৰএফ পালে চাৰ্চ কৰিব পাৰে তাত কোনো প্ৰব্লেম নাই
একচুৱেলি মই কি ইয়াৰ পৰা কি মই কেইটামান
আৰু কোলাবৰেচন কৰিব পাৰি সাপোজ কোনোবাই যদি উচিত পালে আমাক দি দিলে তো আমি এইটো ইয়াতে কোলাবৰেচন কৰিব পাৰিম তেনেকুৱা কাম কৰোঁ আমি
মই তাৰমানে কেইটামান ফসিল কালেক্ট কৰিছিলোঁ মেক্ৰ ফসিল মই কালেক্ট কৰিছিলোঁ ইয়াৰ পৰা শিৱসাগৰ ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টৰ পৰা তো সেইখিনি মই তাৰ কি আইডেণ্টিফাই কৰিব পাৰিম তেনে কোলাবৰেটিভ কৰিব পাৰিম ন তাত
পাৰিব মই মেইনলি মেক্ৰফসিল কৰোঁ কিন্তু মই মেইনলি মাইক্ৰফসিলে কৰোঁ যদি মেক্ৰফসিল কৰিব পাৰে আমাৰ মেক্ৰফসিলৰ এক্সপাৰ্টৰ ওচৰত যাব লাগিব ডিছকাছ কৰিব লাগিব
ঠিক আছে
আৰু থিচিস বা পিএইচডিৰ কথা মানে এটা দুটা বা সেনেকুৱাকে 10-20টা ফেচিলিটি তাত থিচিস ল'ব ডিটেইল ষ্টাডি লাগিব প্ৰপাৰ হয় তেতিয়াহে হ'ব
হয় নেকি ঠিক আছে থ্যাংক ইউ
পেপাৰ ৱাইজ হ'ব
পেপাৰ ৱৰ্ক ৰিসাৰ্চ পেপাৰ ৱৰ্ক কৰিব পৰা যাব ন কোলাবৰেচন হয় কি নেকি
হয়
আৰু
So
আপুনি
there
কি
is
আৰু সাধন দা আপুনি কি শিৱসাগৰৰ পৰা কিবা মাইক্ৰ ফসিলছ কিবা কালেক্ট কৰিছে নেকি শিৱসাগৰ ডিষ্ট্ৰিক্টৰ পৰা বা যোৰহাট ৰিজনৰ পৰা তেনেকুৱা
মেক্ৰফসিল কালেক্ট
শিৱসাগৰ বা যোৰহাট ৰিজনৰ পৰা আপুনি কি মাইক্ৰ ফসিল হয় নেকি Okay, Sandeepa, is there any questions?
So there is one question from Shamol. Is microfossils has been reported from Northeast India and also macrofossils?
Yes, there are many macrofossils recorded or collected from the northeast regions.
Okay, thank you, sir.
মই নিজে কালেক্ট কৰিছো নাইপা ফ্ৰুটছ মেঘালয়ৰ পৰা কালেক্ট কৰা হৈছে এতিয়া ই ইণ্ডিকেট কৰিছে আমাৰ নৰ্থ ইষ্ট কোষ্টেল বা সাগৰৰ ভিতৰত আছিলে নাইপা জেনেৰেলি কোষ্টেল হেৰিটেজ শ্ব' কৰে আৰু এতিয়াও আছে 65 মিলিয়ন ইয়াৰ আগততো আমাৰ ইণ্ডিয়াটো সাগৰৰ তলতে আছিল এইটো লেণ্ড মাছ আছিল সেইকাৰণে মাডাগাস্কাৰ আৰু ইয়াৰ লগত আমাৰ বহুত চিমিলাৰ আছে তো মই নিজে বালপাগ্ৰামৰ পৰা মেৰাইন ফসিল কালেক্ট কৰিছো তো দিস ইন্ডিকেট দ্যাট ইট ওয়াজ দ্য মেৰাইন 65
Okay, thank you, sir. There's another question from Pranati. So how identification process is done in case of microfossils?
Microfossils. তো স্ট্রাকচার আছে এইটো যেনেকুৱা পলেন পলেন এটা মাইক্রোফসিল পলেন বিলাকৰ এটা নিৰ্দিষ্ট স্ট্রাকচার আছে those are the structure.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Rajiv,
Yeah.
say something. You are silent. You are all rounder.
I'm very happy and I listen to your talk. Actually, to the audience, I wanted to say something, particularly for the students. You people have asked, and Dr. Dibeswar also asked a question. So I would like to tell something here. See what happened. There was 32 students, and out of 32 students, majorities became Guwahati University. Out of 32 students, majorities became professors, and few became civil servants. 2 became scientists. One is in Botanical Survey of India, another is Birbal Sahni Institute of Palaeobotany. So how Sadhan Basumatary became scientist, I wanted to tell you students particularly. You should know that. So when we were studying MSc, then there was a professor called Professor C.K. Borua, Chandra Kumar Borua. And Borua sir taught us this particularly gymnosperms and pteridophyte, the fossil part, so interesting way. That is that Chela methotica, then all this what is called Glossopteris, all these things, and that has ignited Sadhan's mind so much. Then he all the time wanted to become a fossil scientist. Okay, so when we completed our MSc, then we all gone different places. I also joined a college and he also joined a college. So, but somehow we were not very happy working in the college system or something like that. So he wanted to go to Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany because that is the only institute in India where people can work with the fossils. So somehow that our another teacher was there, G.C. Sharma, Dr. G.C. Sharma, who these all people have retired now. So G.C. Sharma sir has got some connection with Dr. S.K. Bera. S.K. Bera was initially a student from Calcutta University, and he joined Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany. His brother is what Bera? Subir Bera. Yeah, his brother Subir Bera is still as a professor in Kolkata University. So this Samir Bera, had the contact with Dr. G.C. Sharma, and with that Sadhan told that no, I'll go to Bera sir, and like that some connection has happened. So Sadhan went there to work with Samir Bera. He is retired now. He is retired as a this additional director there from. So when he joined his team just little later, there was a vacancy of post in Birbal Sahni Institute of Paleobotany, and he got that post. So immediately he became a scientist of Birbal Sahni Institute. But till then he has published 32 papers and 1 book. He wrote a book for the MSc and BSc student, that is about microbiology, because his specialization was microbiology. So now students, you have to know what is microfossil and megafossil, and why Sadhan Basumatary is a microfossil biologist, not a megafossil. Because these microfossils are that deals with the microscopic elements or organism or something like that. So these pollens are something, this pollens, you have to know why the pollen is a microfossil, because these pollens never die. It has that exine and intine. That exine has such chemicals which keep them inside the soil. Also it kept remain like in hundreds of years, thousands of years. So that's why when you will be, and another thing, day by day there is a deposition, that those are called alluvium, and that is the whole process of geology. The succession is there. Sometimes some soil will come, the things will go inside and like that, but those things which not easily decayed, or they cannot they can sustain the survivability as a element or as an existence of something, so they remains there for many years. So when we will be digging, 5 feet, 4 feet, 7 feet, 2 meter, 3 meter. So different layers will tell you the different stories. So it is, sometimes we think that one place is very cold. Maybe that in 100 years that area was not always cold. So whether it was always cold or it was something warm climate was there, when you will be studying all these things, then that scientific evidence will be there. So this is that how the this microfossil gives the interpretation related to the paleoecology or the climate study. And in the regime of climate change, we all know that world climate is changing. And because of these things, this microfossil study is becoming day by day very important. And that's why he has studied a lot of things, particularly his study on the herbivorology or interpretation of this all extinction process or declination process and habitat loss and change in the climate and loss in the what is called whole forest and all these things. These things are very important. And what Dr. Dimbeswar has asked about the megafossil. So Birbal Sahni Institute is the only institute or the sole authority in this matter also. So what you people can do, if somebody is getting, then through Sadhan you can make some collaboration. You can send these samples to him by post, because I am also having collaboration with them, and he is having again collaboration with the scientists from USA, UK, and all these things. And we also jointly publish papers with collaboration with the scientists from UK and US. So if you have something and you are keeping with you only thinking that one day I will be doing, you will not be able to do anything. So this is the time for collaboration, and we have to be open. We have to consult with the people who really know all those things. They also may not know, but they know the way where from they will get the solution. So this is the time of collaboration, and this is the beauty of collaboration. Without this, all these things will be not possible. And another thing for the students, see, he dreamed and he wanted to work with the fossils. That's why he got a chance, and he is become the scientist in a premier institute. This is the only fossil institute in the world, not in India. There is no any institute which is solely designated for the fossils, either micro, mega, or geological, or all other different aspects. Okay, this mineralogical, all these things. And even today, nowadays, climate, and nowadays the DNA also is coming on molecular interpretations in doing all these things. That how this yak is related to bison, how bison is related to rhinoceros, how rhinoceros is related to like the dinosaurs. Like this, all these studies also is coming up. So like this, if you think, then try to materialize it, try to do something, then only these things will be possible. So I have told a lot of things. Thank you very much, Dimbeswar, and that the whole team of Gurgaon. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rajendra.
Thank you.
And we are proud that
Thank you.
that we have got scientists from Guwahati University.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So we have one more question from Nilutpal Borua. What challenges or limitations are associated with using fossils for paleoecological analysis?
What challenging?
So what challenges or limitations are associated with using fossils for paleoecological analysis?
Actually, I am exactly not getting the point.
Rajendra, Sadhan
So
paleoecological analysis কৰিলে আমি কি কি অসুবিধা বা আমাৰ সমস্যা আহে তাৰমানে সেইটো প্ৰশ্ন সুধিছে
অসুবিধা তো তেনেকুৱা নাই, মই ক'লো কিছুমান যিবিলাক অসুবিধা, যিবিলাক প্ৰব্লেম, তো প্ৰেজেণ্টটো জানিব লাগিব, তেতিয়া একজাক্ট
ঠিক আছে Sandeep,
thank you so much, sir. So there are no other questions. So now I would like to request Mrs. Sangeeta Setia to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sandeepa. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yes,
audible.
you are audible.
Thank you, Sandeepa Agarwala. It was a very informative session by Dr. Sadhan Kumar Basumatary, sir. It was great listening to you. Now we have come to the end of this week-long lecture series on botany, which is organized by Department of Botany, Gorgaon College. I, Mrs. Sangeeta Setia, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, would like to express my sincere thanks to our respected Principal Sir, Dr. Saibasasi Mohanto Sir, for encouraging us to organize this series. Vice Principal Dr. Rina Hentic Ma'am for her support, the HOD and coordinator of this lecture series Dr. Dimbeswar Das Sir for his continuous support and guidance. I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the resource persons of all the sessions, Dr. Rajiv Gogoi Sir, Dr. Ashish Kaur Sir, Dr. Bonosri Medhi Ma'am, Mr. Bibit Dihingia Sir, Mr. Jonardon Borua Sir, Mr. Debanjal Bora Sir, and today's speaker, Dr. Sadhan Kumar Basumatary Sir, for sharing their knowledge and give us their valuable time. We would like to hear from you all in near future also. So thank you all. I also want to thank today's host, Ms. Sandeepa Agarwala. And last but not the least, all the participants without whom this lecture series would not have been a successful one. So thank you all. With this, we conclude the session.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Sadhana?
আচ্ছা ডিম্বেশ্বৰ
ৰাজীৱ দা কওক।
মই অকমান এটা কথা ক'ব খুজিছো যেটো যে তোমালোকে কোৱেশ্চন এজনে সুধিছিলে যে লিমিটেশনটো না
হয় লিমিটেশন
হা লিমিটেশন actually see some limitations are there like that it is not like the mathematical science or chemical science no so these are all proxy evidence based so some evidence is there so it is I just tell you one thing student বিলাকে মন কৰিবা হা যদি এডাল আজাৰ গছ পাই দেখা গৈছে আৰু এডাল যদি উৰিয়াম গছ হ্যাঁ উৰিয়াম বুলি একানে কৈছো উৰিয়ামৰ ওপৰত অসমীয়াত উপন্যাসও আছে যে উৰিয়াম ঘাট what it will indicate the ajar uriam these plants will be near to water okay and what type of water means like that water not in the high hills in the something like that if you somebody have visited kunubai jodi kaziranga lai goise tetiale ihote dekha pabo je kazirangar majority area bilakot banpani bilak ahar pisotu পানিৰ ভিতৰত থকাৰ পিছতো কিন্তু আজাৰ গছ বিলাক তাত খাৰা হৈ থাকে ঠিক আছে আজি কিছুদিন আগত আজাৰ বিলাক খুলিছিলে এতিয়া হয়তো পানী আহিছে গটিকে সেই বস্তুটো যদি স্পেচিছটো যদি আমি মাইক্ৰোফসিলত যদি পাও যে পোলেন্স অফ আজাৰ বা উৰিয়াম বা এনেকা ধৰণৰ গছ বিলাক যদি পাও তেতিয়া হলে আমি ধৰি লম যে হে এৰিয়াটোত ওয়াটাৰ এক্টিভিটি মানে তাত পানীৰ ওচৰ থকা জায়গা ঠিক আছে কিন্তু কেতিয়াবা কি হয় কি কিছুমান বস্তু এনেকাওটো হয় যে হে পোলেন্টটো বহুত দূৰত উৰি গৈ পেলাই নাগালেণ্ডৰ পাহাৰৰ ওপৰতো পৰিব পাৰে বা অৰুণাচলৰ পাহাৰৰ ওপৰতো পৰিব পাৰে তেতিয়া হলে কিন্তু এটা সিউডো ইমপ্ৰেশন দিবনে নিদিয়ে যে উৰিয়াম গছটো ইয়াতে আছে বা কি বুলি কয় আজাৰ গছটো আছে তো সেই কাৰণে খুব এক্সপার্ট ইন্টারপ্রিটেশনৰ দৰকাৰ এই ক্ষেত্ৰত যে তাৰ বাকি বিলাক টোটাল এসেম্বলেজটোৱে কি কৈছে তাতে হলে 100টা পোলেন পোৱা গল বা 20টা পোলেন পোৱা গল হেতু ওপৰত আমি এটা ডিসিশনত আহিব লাগিব মাত্ৰ এটা বা দুটা চাই পেলাই কিন্তু আমি যেটো এটা থিওৰিটিক্যাল বা এটা কনভেনশনাল আইডিয়া লওঁ সেই আইডিয়াটোত কিন্তু গলে কেতিয়াবা প্ৰবলেম হোৱা থাকে এনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ কিছুমান লিমিটেশনস নথকা নহয় আছে কিন্তু এনেকুৱা নহয় যে এটো বস্তুটো সবে বেয়া গোটেইখিনি বস্তু সাইন্টিফিক এভিডেন্স বিলাকৰ যোনটো পার্সেন্টেজটো যিমান যায় যেনেকে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড ডেভিয়েশন বা এইবিলাক যেনেকে কোৰতে কিছুমান ইকোলজিক্যাল এইবিলাকটো ইউটিলাইজ কৰে তেনেকে সেই বস্তুটোৰ ওপৰত বেস কৰি পেলাই এটা সাইন্টিফিক ডিসিশনত কিন্তু আহিব পাৰে আৰু হেতু যথেষ্ট ইউজফুল মানে যি সময়ত একো এভিডেন্স নাথাকে বা একো টুল নাথাকে তেতিয়া হলে এইটো আটাইতকৈ ষ্ট্ৰং সাইন্টিফিক টুল
আৰু এটা কথা কি পলেনবোৰটো আপোনাৰ বহুত টাফ হয় আইডেন্টিফিকেশন কৰিবৰ কাৰণে কাৰণ
এটো কাৰণে মানে কৰে কি সাধাৰণতে মাইক্ৰোফসিল বিলাকত হয় কি তাতে স্পেচিছ লেভেললৈকে না যায়
নেযায়
যোৱাটো কোনো দৰকাৰ নাই তাত
তাৰমানে।
আনকি বহুত বিলাক কি হ'ল কিছুমান ফেমিলি আৰু জেনাছটোৱেও তাৰমানে যদি সাপোজ এতিয়া লেজাৰষ্টমিয়া মই যেটো কথা কলো
হয়।
বা বিস্কোপিয়া তেতিয়াহ'লে সেই জেনাছটোৰ মেজৰিটি মেম্বাৰ্স বিলাক সিমিলাৰ টাইপৰ হেবিটেটত থাকে সেইকাৰণে সেই বস্তুটোৰ পৰা এটা এজাম্পশন আৰু সাইন্টিফিক এভিডেন্সটো লৈ পেলাই দুটা মিক্স কৰি পেলাই কনক্লুজনটোৰ ফালে যোৱা যায়
কনক্লুজন এইটো ইনডাইৰেক্ট এভিডেন্সটো আমি প্ৰেডিক্ট কৰিব পাৰিম
হয় হয় হয়
হয় থ্যাংক ইউ ৰাজেশ থ্যাংক ইউ ভেৰি মাচ ফৰ এনলাইটিং আস থ্যাংক ইউ Sadhan da. Thank you Rajita for giving your valuable time.
Thank you we always we
Yeah.
are with you people
And we are always looking forward for your near future also.
thank you okay
Sadhan da, thank you very much. Sadhan da, can you hear me?
He have to unmute he is mute
He has mute himself. Okay, no problem. So with this we are going to end this session. Thank you very much.
thank you
Good evening. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.